Turn me up right now. Turn me up right now. Oh, yeah.
Again, it's the Raw Side of Thangzz, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke with Mary Jane, no longer Snow King. I don't have to say that shit, cause y'all need me thinking cause I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow, you think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe, or there's gonna be some problem by next summer. If I don't go viral, I'm gonna turn back to the old me, and you don't wanna see that. I'm be like the YNs out here, you know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga, I'm gonna come out of retirement on y'all motherfuckers, man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up. You got me fucked up.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle.
So Worldwide Entertainment presents the Raw Side of Thangzz TV.
Bam bam on the beat, baby.
That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas, them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Hit it 3 times, then motherfucking
what it motherfucking is. Once again, man, it's a Raw Side of Thangzz, man. You know what I'm talking about? I am comedian, sir. Bam to the motherfucking damn on y'all singing that. What's happening? What's happening? It's a Raw Side of Thangzz, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, like we do it all the time, man. We all the way uncut, goddamn it. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be that raw shit. You know what I'm saying? That raw shit to make it no bleed. Nigga, I'm just talking that shit again. You know how I do it, man. I be talking that shit. I don't do that. I just love talking that shit, man. Cause y'all know y'all niggas got there tripping that shit. Spread your rumors and shit. I'm trying to go viral, motherfucker. Man, say anything you want to say, goddamn it. Yeah, I'm trying to get it cracking over this motherfucker. Say anything about me, goddamn it. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you talking about? I know what's going on over here. Shit, wait till I get in the game, boy. Y'all get a load of me, goddamn it. Get a load of me. I'm gonna get this motherfucker, boy. Woo, nigga. Boy, I'm telling you, man. Hey, once again, we in the building, man. Every Monday at 1 p.m. we go live in the motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You seeing a nigga work, you know, bring something from nothing. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like whipping in the kitchen. There ain't no goddamn cocaine in the water. You just goddamn whipping it. All of a sudden, wow, Rick showed up, nigga. Nigga, we about to serve these motherfuckers, boy. The J won't stop knocking at the door. One day it's gonna be like that. Jay's knocking at the motherfucking door to my, give me some more. I'm just like, that's the kind of shit I'm trying to do around this motherfucker, you know? Hey, this podcast game, nigga, we about to do some shit. Talking about, nigga, we yeah, we brand new to this, but, you know, we true to this. That's the difference, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, like I said, we always do about this time. Like we always do about this time. It's the super duper shit talk of the motherfucking day. Yeah, nigga. The super shit talk of the day. You know, all y'all been flexing. Don't be getting stuck up on me now. I had to check y'all motherfuckers, remind you know, I guess some of y'all got your nose start working when your ass cheek the toilet seat, goddamn. Your motherfucker be forgetting, you know. You know, all y'all little fine bitches with the big booties, you know, bitches is still an asshole in there. It still stinks. So bitch, come on now. Don't be acting stuck up. You know, give me that pussy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I need you to be fat girl nice. You know what I'm saying? Before social media night type shit. All right, fuck charging me, bitch. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. You know what I mean? Talking my shit. We're going to talk about the super shit talk of the day. Last week, we had some great news happen in Atlanta. A young man, 18 years old, hit the lottery for $1 million motherfucking dollars. Woo, boy, that's a lot of tricking off right there. I got that. Woo. Either way it go, you're going to spend on the pussy. Now, you going to see y'all be talking about you tricking out. I don't do that. Nigga, you going to have to do something. You got to pay some bills around this motherfucker. You're going to have to buy something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spend. See, me, I'm just the type of nigga, you know, if it's somebody who I ain't really trying to be with, I'm just like, let me go and add up everything. You know what I'm saying? The movies and the food. I just add all the shit up. And say, look, let me go and give you that down in increments, you know, $40 every time we do something. You know what I mean? And then we can go and get it out the way. I be, you know, I'm not like that for real. I used to be like that. I'm just bringing up the old me, you know, the past, present, and the future. But really, I'm a good guy. You know, really, I respect my sisters and I love my sisters. You know what I mean? And I love them whole. So that's the difference. It's a ratchet versus righteous. You know, I respect my sisters. I mean, you know, I'm into the righteous ones, and you know, it's kind of hard to find that. But until then, nigga, hey, shit, got to go and get in where a motherfucking fit in. You feel me? Okay. Big eyes. I got some big ass. Hey, yeah, I ain't smoking weed today. I ain't snorting cocaine either now. I ain't popping no mileage. I ain't smoking no crack. These young niggas that's smoking ice. Have y'all heard these young motherfuckers have started smoking ice? What kind of shit is that? Have y'all motherfuckers seen the commercials? I mean, come on, man. It's one thing to smoke some weed. It's one thing to, now I understand snorting cocaine, you know, chicken and chicken, y'all say, nigga, that's just like crack. But, I mean, I know niggas who snorted and stopped, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers who smoke that crack, they don't goddamn, you know, you can't goddamn let it go. And like I said, I let the snout go. You know what I mean? But y'all niggas smoking ice, young motherfuckers, teeth falling out. Motherfucker, what? Have you seen the commercial? On the commercial, they advertise the crack, the ice heads, the meth heads. They teeth is all falling out, their skin falling out. These motherfuckers look like some zombies already. And y'all niggas, that's cool now? Boy, y'all some new motherfuckers, I tell you, boy. I'm so glad I stopped doing all that shit. But I stopped right before the Molly came out. Right before the Molly, but I had stopped Snow. I got my life together, stopped popping pills. And I'm going to tell you something. If Snow cocaine was healthy as eating lettuce, avocado, and tomato, I'll be snowing right now on this podcast. I ain't bullshitting because I love it. You know what I'm saying? But that should have had your heart might goddamn bust and you might fucking die. You know, anxiety attack. So it ain't good for you, but it be fun while you're doing. But you know, I'm just saying. So I hate when I'm transparent. I apologize. Keeping it real is a motherfucker, man. Y'all want me to lie to you, make it sound fly to you, but me, nigga, Anyway, super shit talk of the day. Let's go on finish that. Cause you know me, I get the goddamn all over the place and shit. The Uptown Comedy Corner, which is known for 3 decades in Atlanta. A lot of comedians done rose up out that motherfucker. I was just getting my shit ready to go out there. They done shut down. God damn. Rest in peace like a motherfucker. We can't even go to Uptown to goddamn do our thing. Even though last time I went there, I had it, you know what I'm saying? I had motherfucker laughing with this one heckler. Yeah, nigga. I had to go walk up on him and say, you all right, bro? You know what I mean? Cause I thought it was somebody I had a problem with. I'm like, did I fucked your bitch or something, nigga? Or you went and shut the fuck up. And I had to go in, you know, motherfucker say you went a little too hard on him. But I don't know how to be nice when you coming at me, I'm trying to do my material, nigga. So I ain't want to fight either. I walked up there to see who the fuck it was. I said, maybe I fucked this nigga bitch or something. I'm a super side nigga. You know, I get awards for that shit. Your bitches don't want to bring me around the family because they know I'm gonna fuck the family too. You know, mama, auntie, grandma, even grandma. I hold them old legs up and yeah. You know what I'm saying? Massage them old ass feet while I'm up. See, I got mental issues. I apologize. It's the raw side of things. That's what I'm saying. It's the difference. That is the motherfucking difference between us and them. We are not like them, motherfucker. For real, over here, it's goddamn fucked up. It's like goddamn mental issues around this bitch. Let me see. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to it. Uptown Comedy Corner is shut down after 3 decades. Yeah, pour out some liquor. Pour out some motherfucking liquor. Or pour out some cheap liquor like Taco Vodka. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste no good liquor, goddamn. I pour out some liquor, gonna be some Taco Vodka, goddamn. Anyway, any motherfucking way. That shit cheap as hell, like $2 or some shit. Okay. We got some good, that was some good news, you know. I'll go to the bad news. There's so much bad news. I'll be trying to find good news. I will have more good news next time. I apologize, but there's so much bad news. The shit be bubbling like a motherfucker. The bad news is, the good news is, hoes still selling pussy. So if you're lonely, you still can go catch a bitch somewhere and she's gonna give you some pussy. That's the good news. But the bad news is, guess what? These hoes charging taxes on the pussy. Yeah, bitch had another tell me $43.99. I said, what, bitch? What you say? It was just $40 the other day. What you talking about? That bitch said $43.99. Bitch, please. I'm about this motherfucker. But anyway, yeah, the bitch, they charging taxes now. And I don't know who got there buying pussy with $200 and $500 and $1,000, all that shit. Y'all niggas are different. I'll give it to you. There's some niggas out there spending thousands on pussy, you know. Hey, them hoes charging taxes now. Hey, you know. The good thing is they accepting Cash App and Zelle. That's a good thing. Hey, it's all good. So, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be lonely. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless you want to, you go settle down too. Still gonna pay, nigga. You still gonna motherfucking pay. Either way it go. You know, just somebody lying to you and you lying to them. You know, y'all switch up the lies and change it up, you know. Woo! Why? I know. Mental issues, I apologize. Any motherfucking way. I was the only child, you know. Got a lot of time to think, goddamn it, you know what I'm talking about? And the fucked up thing here, nigga, I'm about to be 52 and I still stay with my mama. Ooh, I'm fucked up. I'm sneaking hoes in the house while mama sleep. I snuck a bitch in the house the other day. I said, shh, my mama sleep. You gotta shut the fuck up. I get this bitch in there. We quiet, right? The bitch gonna tell me. She said, I had separated a little money. I gave her a little $40, right? The bitch seen the other money I had. The bitch gonna tell me, you need to give me $200. That's what the fuck you talking about? She said, nigga, if you don't give me $200, I scream rape and wake your mom up and get both our ass kicked out. I said, shh, all right, bitch. I gave her a little money, you know what I'm saying? I went in every hole the bitch got. I'm talking, I gave that bitch the bowling ball effect. I'm talking, I went all around the world on that bitch. I'm talking about MAP. Mouth, ass, and pussy. I'm just saying. I'm a traveling man. Huh? Understand me? Fuck you talking about? I know. What else happened, goddamn? We had an Atlanta rapper named Cash Out. It really was cashing out. Yeah, y'all remember that Atlanta rapper Cash Out? I think he had a couple hits and shit. I can't remember the damn song, but it been a minute. But that boy fucked up. Him and his mama. This nigga locked up for rape and racketeering. Anytime you team up with your mama, goddamn, to do some crime like that, goddamn, it's bad news like a motherfucker, man. How y'all make that agreement? Mama, look at these hoes. I'm gonna take some of the pussy. You know, I don't know how y'all talked about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just goddamn, rape and racketeering. Shit, I gotta do more research on that shit to find out how that worked out. I'm just saying, goddamn, how the fuck you do that? You team up with your mama and you raping and shit, nigga. That rape. And you know how the black community is, niggas justify certain crimes. Certain crimes, you be like, that's, hey, we do that, but we don't do that. You ever notice that in the black community? We don't be raping, but we rob and kill and steal and what else? What else we say cool? Pimp. What else? I'm just saying, certain shit nigga don't do. You know what I mean? That's how the black community do. They pick the crime and, what else is convenient and shit, And other motherfuckers, you look down on them, but you do all other kind of shit, all other kind of sins and evil shit, and we justify that shit. That's kind of shit we do in the black community. Gang. You know what I'm talking about? I know what y'all thinking. Put him in a straight jacket. Put me in a rubber so I can fuck that bitch. Better check it out. It's fucked up, man. Yeah, man. He gonna be gone. They gave him a life sentence. A life sentence. Damn, Cash out. Cash out. Hey, man. That's the super shit talk of the day. And you know how we do. You know how we motherfucking do. Do. And you flash it. Before you flash it, look back to make sure. Because you don't know what you ate all week, but you don't know how that shit look. You gotta look back. And keep wiping until you got down the coast is clear. You know what I'm saying? They fold that motherfucker again. I know. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're motherfucking thinking. But who gives a fuck? The creator see everything I do, and he got comedy too. I told you about the little broad he sent me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she stayed. I ain't tell y'all the whole story. She stayed with a gay nigga. I said I don't ever want to meet that nigga. Y'all might say I'm homophobic. I want to meet that nigga, man. She understood. I got past that. But then she told me she was a goddamn massage therapist, and massaging niggas. But nigga, I know it's a whole nother. I just rambling like a motherfucker. But anyway, that was the super shit talk of the day. Now we're gonna go into what are we gonna go into, people? I guess it'll be the word of the week. Goddammit, the word of the motherfucking week. That's right, goddammit, the word of the motherfucking week. If I can just get this. Okay, here you go, goddammit. The word of the day. My fault, not the week, goddamn. The word of the day. Them out here outside, nigga, bees fucking with me and shit. But it just rain. They trying to sting a nigga ass and shit, Bees is fuck. Why do bees and gnats and flies fuck with a nigga? They must be reincarnated. They ain't live a good life in the past. I'm back to fuck with everybody, But they know they gonna die. You keep fucking with a nigga, I got your motherfucking ass. I got your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck mosquitoes and gnats and flies? What the fuck? You know you gonna die, nigga. The fuck is you doing? Why you keep fucking with me when I'm fanning and you keep on coming back, motherfucker? You got life fucked up. You gonna die, motherfucker. So they trying to die and come back as a human, I guess. I don't want to think like that, cause that'd be fucked up. I know what you're thinking. Okay, the word of the day. The word of the day. Y'all ready for this? The word of the motherfucking day. The word of the day. Y'all ready? The word of the day. The word of the day. All right. The word of the day. Okay. All right. Now, here it comes. The word of the day. The day. No, you ready? Word of the day. Word. Okay. Yeah, nigga. That what we talking about. Y'all see that motherfucking picture right now? That means we about to get into the word of the motherfucking day. Yeah. Okay. Now, I must warn you, I didn't graduate, and I'm trying my very best to articulate these words with eloquence. You know what I'm saying? All right. The word of the day is Machiavellian. It's a suitable word to describe a genocidal system designed to trick and deceive people from every angle. Every angle. That's amazing, man. Who the fuck would do something like that? The term Machiavellian originates from the Italian Renaissance political philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli. It describes a system or behavior characterized by cunning, duplicity, and a willingness to use by any means necessary, including deception and manipulation, to achieve and maintain power. A Machiavellian system in context of genocide will involve carefully constructing a web of lies, propaganda, and manipulation. Don't that sound familiar? It sounds like I know what you're thinking. It sounds like the government. It sounds like white supremacy. It sounds like what them crackers been out there. Yeah, I know. Motherfucker who, I mean, come on, man. It's gonna mean something later on. What she say? I can't see, got my glasses on. Told them going goddamn blind out there, bitch.
Yeah, I got my glasses on. Poetic Sin says, now who goes around saying this in a sentence? And guess what?
We gotta make
Guess what? I actually used this word in a sentence earlier today when I was talking to somebody. I mean, I was texting it, but it made all the sense in the world. And so I guess the answer to Poetic Sin's question would be me.
Yes.
But I got a huge vocabulary. I like to use words that,
not common, uncommon words.
Well, sometimes in order to say the things the way you need to say them and describe them, the more extensive your vocabulary is, the more accurate you can speak those words. So I actually used this word earlier, but I will say to Poetic Sin's point that it's not rare that you hear somebody use the word Machiavellian. Yeah,
you got to be speaking about something very deep to even use it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It has to be a deep subject. Even talk about that. So yeah, you're right. You're right. You're so right, sir. Yeah, man. Having an extensive vocabulary. I've been working on that myself. I've been trying. I've been looking through I looked through the book and said, God damn. But yeah, man, when you have an extensive vocabulary, it's just like if you was a carpenter or electrician and we walked into a building, you know what I'm saying? The vast knowledge that you have that you're an electrician, you're gonna understand things totally different. So it's so many things you can say about electricity and how things operate that a normal person wouldn't see, you know what I'm saying, or say. You know what I mean? So of course you're gonna be saying words. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because you know every single detail. So it's gonna be some odd words that they never heard before. You know what I mean? That's how the world is. We just studying this whole situation is a class. This whole world is a classroom. And we're here to learn until we graduate. So yeah. Machiavellian. The crazy thing is Tupac was Machiavelli. So he was now that shit was deep. When I peeped that out, I said, damn, Pac was deeper than what we thought. This motherfucker was on some other shit. Now it really makes sense. You know what I'm saying? From the way he came at it, you know what I mean? Not saying, I can say he was dealing with some evil too. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he was a righteous brother, but he was dealing with some evil to, get his point across because he was mixed in with the gang banging. But he got into, the gangs, try to get them up out the gang. People don't understand that thug life, the hatred you gave little infants fucking everybody. That's what thug life stood for. So he was about to evolve and take it to another level. So yeah, man, that was quite clever for him to even use Machiavelli, that name, you know what I mean? But the Machiavellian system, we about to get into that. And that's going to be some shit right there. Oh, yeah. It says to deceive victims, convincing the targeted group that the actions against them are justified, necessary, or even beneficial. This could involve false promises, misinformation, and exploitation of existing prejudice. The provided content of historical negotiations demonstrate how history can be manipulated to deceive and control the population. Yeah, that's us all day. A people that has been in slavery. I mean, it's amazing that our people was in slavery and couldn't wait to celebrate the same holidays that the slave master celebrated. That is amazing. You got to really think about how white people look at it. They be like, damn, these niggas falling for all that shit. I mean, it's amazing. That shit, man, white supremacy is real pimp shit. That's some real, if you really just really think about it, you know what I mean? It's from so many angles, this shit is amazing. You know what I mean? From, like, you remember, I don't know if y'all know about Oprah when she first came to televisions, you know, she had an afro. They said, oh, no, nigga, you straighten that goddamn hair. You know, we want you the silhouette of a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Straighten that shit up. And that's what she did. You know, because we can't have you. If they woke up tomorrow and seen all our sisters and brothers with naturals and not celebrating their holidays, they'll kill everybody. And if nobody was gay, no black people was gay, they might kill everybody for real. So they know, oh no, it's a problem right now. It is a fucking problem. But yeah, so the system has been working. They've been putting shit in the food to, raise the estrogen of the little boys and, make the little girls get confused. They, it's in the cartoons. They putting a lot of gay stuff in the cartoons. And we're going to see that a little bit later. We got some information about to drop on that. I know people's like, why you worried about that? Why you worried about that? Because it's our people. If it was just white people, I wouldn't say shit because that's in their nature. You know what I'm saying? That's in history. That's what they've been into. But our people, it's always been, hell no, get that shit up out of here. Get that shit up out of here. It's always been that. And if you get caught doing that, it was a punishment like a motherfucker. But now it's glorified, justified, and put on the top. And like it's, put you on the pedestal. But anyway, that's just part of it now. We're going to get into our next segment because we got a real serious guest coming on. They can, tap into what we're talking about. I guess we can get into, did that really happen? You ready for that now? Or you want to go somewhere else with it? Damn, did that really happen? Wow. Speaking about a Machiavellian system. Speaking about that system, I want everybody to go to YouTube so you don't sit up and blame me like, hey, you the one, you go wrong with it. Why you homophobic? Go to YouTube and type in drag queen teaches children how to be gay. And what you're going to see is like several videos of drag queens in front of children. You're going to see some where they're twerking and showing their asses. Yeah, you're going to see all kind of shit going on. You're going to see drag queens twerking in front of little kids, kindergarten to the 5th and 6th grade, with their parents right there cheering them on. Yeah, you're going to see that. What you're about to see. And yeah, they teaching the kids what it feels like to be gay. And you're going to see little boys on there talking about, I want to be like you when I grow up. Oh, yeah. That's what we at today. I mean, don't blame me, goddamn. I'm just saying, go to YouTube, motherfucker. I know a lot of y'all like, why are you homophobic? Toxic masculinity. All that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Toxic masculinity, homophobic. Get the fuck out of here. Just go to YouTube. I ain't make this shit up, man. That shit happened. We just saying, did that really happen? Like, goddamn, wow. It's amazing to see that. That's kind of where we in. And a lot of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all do know and just with it. A lot of y'all be with that shit, man. Y'all done fell into what, the slave master plan, the Willie Lynch syndrome, and all, y'all with the whole shit and don't want the shit to change. You know what I'm saying? But people like myself know that I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I grew up on a different breed of music and information came to me through KRS-One and Public Enemy and Brand Nubian and people like that. So they've been rapping about that shit since late 80s, early 90s. So our mindsets was a little different, even though I got on the gangster shit, but hey, still had knowledge of self. That's the thing. And this is a no. Hell no. Hell to the no. You know what I'm talking about? Hell to the no. You know what I mean? Got little kids looking at this bullshit and they all confused. They don't know nothing about the man and woman making a baby yet. But what we got? 2 daddies, 2 gay men raising little boys, little girls, 2 gay women raising children. That's what we got right now. That's why you see, I don't know, y'all, the draft picks, a lot of these boys got, you know what I'm saying, same sex parents and shit. Niggas all confused. This is all fucked up. You know what I mean? And the women are justifying it too. The women, so we need more women to say, hell no. Nigga, pull your pants. I want to see your ass. Hell no, nigga, take that goddamn the purse off. Take the purse off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Take the goddamn fingernail polish off. We need women to goddamn be bucking on these motherfuckers and tell them they ain't with none of that shit. But as long as y'all allow that shit, it's gonna be their movement and it's gonna fucking work. So yeah, that's what we at today with it, man. Y'all type that in and see that bullshit. And you also gonna see it's a little boy, he has a video out where he's in court reading some books from the library where it's telling them it's about men having sex. You know what I'm saying? Children books. And he's in court and the judge is looking like, oh my God. But I know the judge probably knew. He just acting like he ain't know, but he probably already knew, like, damn, he exposing this shit. But yeah, they got books for kids right now, you know, telling them to have sex with men. Little kids. I'm talking little bitty kids. I ain't talking about, they ain't past 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I mean, it's sad. Cartoons, you know. I don't know if y'all seen, remember Scooby-Doo? Remember Velma? What's her name? Velma with the glasses. Velma is a dyke. Velma is eating pussy. Her and the girl with the blonde hair eating each other out. It's a cartoon now called Velma. Is that her name? Velma? Velma. But yeah, her name is Velma. But anyway, so that let you know about Fred. The fuck going on with Fred, you know, and it's sick. Scooby-Doo, some gay shit now. Superman, gay. Robin, we already knew Robin was gay. Now Superman, if Superman gay, niggas in trouble. He gonna take it, and you can't do nothing about it. I'm like, man, they creating a goddamn monstrous world, man. They have created it already, but it's like motherfuckers got to see what the fuck is going on. You know, so children, their minds is completely fucked up, man. How you got over 200,000 transgender kids? How did that happen all of a sudden? And guess what? Your big brother, who we all, well, I don't say we all, but who a lot of people were saluting, Barack Obama, he just said he believes every little boy needs a gay man in his life. And we'll come back and talk about that later with the great Bishop, Dr. Tanya Somners, man. We're going to talk about that later. You know, what does she feel about Obama saying every little boy needs a gay man in his life? And we're going to go on a break right now. I want y'all to really think about what I'm saying. I know I'm dumb as a motherfucker and I don't make no sense, but I hope it made some sense. You know what I'm saying? I ain't graduate. I don't know shit. So don't be mad at me. But you can go look this shit up. And don't be mad at me, no. Don't get mad. Please don't get mad. Don't count for me. I'm trying to get some money. We'll be back. The Raw Side of Things. Blah, blah. Yeah. Again, it's the Raw Side of Things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke with Mary Jane, no longer Snow Kane. I don't have to say that shit, y'all need me thinking because I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow. You think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe. There's going to be some problems by next summer. If I go viral, I'm going to turn back to the old me. And you don't want to see that. I'm be like the YNs out here. You know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga. I'm going to come out of retirement on y'all motherfuckers, man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up. Nigga, you got me fucked up. Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah, damn. So intelligent and so motherfucking ignorant. God damn. But we already knew what it was. We already knew. We seen what happened. Damn, and Trump ain't even with none of that shit, huh? Goddamn, but everybody hate Trump. Goddamn, it's the catch-22. Some ain't goddamn, I'm like, what the fuck going on around this bitch? Shit. Damn. Anyway, yeah. That's what Obama said, man. He said every little boy needs. Man, it's a necessity, goddamn it. Yeah, he said needs. That's a strong word. He needs, goddamn it. It's a necessity. Now, children are very impressionable. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, a child can see you do a little dance like this, and he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that you got two daddies and two mamas, or some professor or somebody he look up to is, acting like that. And don't say once again, I ain't saying I got nothing against the community. I don't have nothing against y'all. I just don't vibe like that, and ain't nothing wrong with it. We can agree to disagree. We can coexist. Is that the word? We can coexist. Just keep that shit over there. I don't know. You think about different shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about getting the pussy. You think about sucking the dick. So it don't mix. That's all I'm saying. Hey, what the fuck? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? So y'all mad at me now. Y'all get mad at me. Y'all mad. Ain't y'all mad? Y'all mad at me. They say, wait, what is homophobic? What is phobia? You mad at a motherfucker. Now I ain't saying I'm scared, but I'm uncomfortable. But why would you get mad at a motherfucker because they scared of some shit? Think about that shit. You mad at some motherfucker because they scared of some shit? Oh, you scared of spiders. You got arachnophobia. You scared of spiders. Ooh, I don't like him. He's scared of spiders. What's that shit? Aerophobic? He's scared of heights. Ooh, I hate that mother. Because he's scared. I ain't saying I'm scared, but I'm uncomfortable, motherfucker, but I guess it's scared the word. I don't know that word scared is. Because like I say, I don't work with gay people before. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the entertainment business. Don't cancel me now, goddamn. I know y'all. No, motherfucker. I'm just saying, I work with people, man. Just don't. I done did Uber, and they getting the Uber talking that bullshit about how they be fucking and sucking. No one don't want to hear that shit because I'm a straight man. They trying to irritate me. Don't try to bully. Don't try to bully with your bullshit. Keep that shit over there. All you gotta do is act fucking normal. You see what I'm saying? Well, I guess you can't act normal. Damn. Okay, we waiting on Dr. Tanya to come in. I'll be tripping, I know. Hey, what's up, man? You know me, man. You know me. I know I got an unorthodox way of thinking. Oh no, man. I try to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. You heard this? Have you been listening?
A little bit. I like to live and let live.
Exactly. Me too.
I don't have any complaints. Do you? If that feels good, just don't interfere with anybody else that don't want to be interfered with. I agree.
Exactly. That's how I feel. Yeah. I don't want to be bullied. Don't bully and don't push it on the children. The children are in trouble. Our children are in trouble. They're in trouble.
That's the problem with a lot of people that have changed sexes. They were assaulted. A lot of people that I see have been assaulted.
That's true.
And then they move on into the category because it begins to feel good. So, but see that's where I think it goes wrong at. I think when it's forced up on you, I do think, and I have a strange belief. I do believe that some people are born gay. I do believe that some people are turned gay.
That's
and
true.
I do believe that some people just decide to be gay. They get sick of the the opposite race. You know what I'm saying?
Said it.
Yeah, they get sick of the opposite race and they say, okay, well, I'm just gonna go do women because we think alike, we feel alike. Or men,
just broke it down.
I want to go do men. So I think that, but I just really hate that a lot of people I see is because it's something was forced upon them.
No, you're right. You just said it, man. You said a mouthful right there because you can be born like that. Like I said, they're doing a lot to the food. And if the mother is eating wrong and the father's eating wrong, it can you know what I'm saying? Because all the food got, the estrogen and they got so many chemicals, you know what I'm saying? And the children are not being breastfed. It's a lot of, disconnection with the family, so that can happen, and then of course, you know about morphodite. So you got some situations. So we understand that. We do understand that.
In college, Shaheen, now I'm a died and true Christian. I hang out with we travel the world with over 500 religious leaders. We meet in
Mm-hmm.
Africa, we meet different locations, and we hang out, we do stuff, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we all believe, I don't care what our religion is, and I'm not talking about Christian denominations, I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about actual religions.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your religion is, peace begins with me. And so
Right.
that's our international movement. Peace begins with me. A lot of times we look at folks who have been abused and they just move toward it. I've had a lot of clients that happened to, but as a
Mm-hmm.
tried and true Christian, as
Mm-hmm.
in undergrad, they brought a group. Now, I was still young, y'all. I was still young, but they brought a group of
Mm-hmm.
gay people to the school, and the gay people were like, they were matching us word for word with our Bible. So I was like, oh wow, okay, I might need to go back and rethink this. But I
Mm-hmm.
still didn't want to hear it because I'm a Christian.
You said they
Then
did what?
I,
You said they
I
did.
had a hermaphrodite. Hold up, this is what got me. One of my churches, I had a hermaphrodite congregant. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, well, I was taught that God doesn't make mistakes. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have a penis and a vagina, is that a
Right.
mistake? Right. But then in seminary, we were taught that we were both male and female created he, them. And so in the male, a lot of women have masculine traits, a lot of men have feminine traits. They may
Mm-hmm.
not be flamboyant,
Mm-hmm.
or anything that would call attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
However, I believe that we're both male and female. I do,
Okay.
when I'm talking to clients with a sex change, I believe that if you feel more comfortable, and to me, I think a lot of it has to do with the shame. They've been
Mm-hmm.
shamed so much. And what I hate is even when we look at the Hispanics right now, how they're being treated in America, no
Mm-hmm.
group of people should be, you know, driven into a closet
Right.
because of who they are. If they're not bothering you, don't bother them. And that's my
Right.
belief. So when we look at everything going on in Trump's world right now, we look
Mm-hmm.
at things in the church. For years, folks have had to hide. I don't think that if you feel like you should be a female, that you should have to run and hide in the corner. We've done that for centuries. That's
No,
tired to me. That's really
I
gotten
I
tired.
understand. I understand what you're saying though. You know about buck breaking? You know about
Yeah,
that?
oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so they forced that on. They was raping men and raping little boys in front of their families, and they was breeding homosexuality on a lot of the islands, and that's why you see what we see today amongst us. They just like the penitentiary, they doing the same thing in the penitentiary. So it's two sides to it. It's just like they using that to manipulate and destroy, the race at the same time, and that's just the. I have a problem with that part. And the down low men is having sex with the women at the same time having sex, and they hiding it, those people and messing with the kids. That's all I'm saying. The other people, like I said, we can coexist, but it's just so the history behind it, the pedophilia that it's the origin of all that. Because if you study all of the holidays, you know what I'm saying, they used to have festivals. Like, if you study each one of the holidays, the pagan stuff they was doing, having these great festivals on having sex with little boys and the father raping the son, all this, it's just sickening. Like the history behind it is sick. And
Well,
we see it happening today.
it's
Mm-hmm.
not homosexuality in the Bible. The difference was who was
Mm-hmm.
on top. The master had to be on top. Back we studied that in college too. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, again, I feel like if that's you, don't
Yeah,
force it on people. Don't force
exactly.
anything on people. Let people make their
Right.
decisions, and then they get to come up with what they want to do and how they feel about it. Don't I know a guy. He was a guy that used to do a lot of stuff with us back in the day when I first started Operation Street Harvest. And one of the things he would tell me is like he had been raped by
Mm-hmm.
siblings and siblings friends, and then he ended up being gay. Now he
Mm-hmm.
age, right? I haven't talked to him in a
Mm-hmm.
few years, but I don't know, he moved out to California. But
Mm-hmm.
now he's gay. I've had a lot of clients who, and pastors
Yeah,
have turned people out. We know the
yeah.
history right here in Atlanta, but
And you
not
see all the priests. You see all the priests that never went to jail.
but
So that's
not
part of their system.
I don't want to talk about the priests though. We talk about them too much. I want to talk about black pastors.
No, I get it. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
but I'm saying you see the system though. They never lock them
yeah.
up. They'll lock a black pastor up though. They'll lock a black pastor up.
Like what happened to me, they just moved him. They didn't even move him at the time. He had to get caught with somebody else for them to move him. I knew that one person, me,
Mm-hmm.
ever bring him down. You see what I'm saying? When we
Mm-hmm.
to court, the first thing he said was, I have never been brought up on charges for anything like this. So what the Holy Spirit said to me right then, Shaheem, that was your purpose, Tanya. He will never be able to say that again. You see what I'm saying? He's assaulted many people. Ain't no telling who all these raped. It was 4 women in my situation. The other 3 backed out. But at the end of the day, when he said that, that was the first thing. Now, mind you, I had gone through all kinds of trauma and ordeals. I was never ordained in that church after all those 8 years of college to get there. So when he said that, I have never been brought up on charges for anything like this. And the Holy Spirit right then said, that was your purpose. One woman will not bring this man down. However, you open the door. See what I'm saying? I opened the door for him to be interviewed and for him to be investigated and for him to be, you know, for people to look at him kind of side-eye. And then another thing that happened that kind of blew my mind was the pastor said, one of the people who headed up mental health at my college said everybody knew about him. And me and this professor didn't even get along because he was too arrogant. But when he said that to me, I mean, I felt like he had just given me some nuggets of gold, because even though we didn't get along, I'm very vocal about what I believe. And so he didn't like that. He wanted me to shut up and be silent, but that's not who I am. And so when he said that, he said everybody knew about him. I was like, well, why didn't y'all all the pastors that's running Atlanta, why didn't y'all do something about him before it got this far?
Yeah.
Then he had to be caught with somebody else, and all they did, from what I understand, is just moving to another church, a smaller, like a punishment, a punitive punishment, move to another church, you know.
They have been locking up a lot of black pastors for raping women and little boys. But I just noticed when it comes down to European Catholicism in the Catholic Church, they never walk them out in handcuffs. They just transfer them, like I say, and that's the origin of, you know, Christianity. Yeah, not religion. No, it's not the origin of religion, but you know, that's where Christianity comes from.
It's the
Father.
process. You know what I'm saying? It's the process. Because a lot of people are silent. They can't come out. I couldn't come out. You know what I'm saying? For what? And then I lost everything. You know, I almost lost my marriage. I lost all of my religious credibility in the community for just saying this happened to me.
Right.
You know, and people are like, no, women, religious women, don't say nothing about it. Yeah, everybody's hiding and covering up. And at the end of the day, what we have to do is stop all this hiding and open the door for people to come out and say that I've got a situation right now, and we suspect that the young lady's being sexually assaulted by a caregiver. I'll leave it like that, by a caregiver. However, it's nothing we can do because she won't own it. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing we can actually do. We can't accuse this man of anything, because when we talk to the child, she's terrified to tell us, even though behaviors dictate there's something wrong here. So we have to find a way to make this an open conversation for people to talk about and feel safe safe while doing it, you know. Because these young girls, it's like I said last week, and I hate to say it, it's cold and it's honest, it's brutal, you know, but this is the title of your show. It is what it is. When you have a hole between your legs, you subject to trafficking, you subject to rape, you subject to all kinds of stuff. And that's the sad part, is who you're gonna tell.
Same thing with a hole in your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's funny, but I know it sounds funny, but it's fucked up. But the same shit. I mean, it's crazy though. You know, the thing I was gonna say, this generation, well, lately, you know, there's a lot of parents cheering on their kids to say, yeah, it's okay to be gay. I understand, but to say that to a child, they get confused. You know what I'm saying? So when something happens, like being molested or something, they don't go along with it. And that's what's happening. Like, how you got over 200,000 transgender kids at the same time? Like, at the same time, I got a homegirl, she's a substitute teacher, and the kids are claiming binary. They know about the letters. They know it's so many letters. I don't know all of them. I looked it up, but it's so many different. It's some extra sick stuff going on. Some people identify as animals. You heard about that?
Now, I heard the animal part, but I know
it's called trans-species. Trans-species.
Yeah, that's
like it's some sick stuff going on.
I did hear about that. Yeah,
like once you open the portal,
like 250 names.
Yeah, once you open the portal and let a little something in, it's on and popping. Like, you know, let we gonna just accept this? No, you got to accept all of it. Now this shit getting crazy. So she got all her little kids, the little kids in her class claiming that, and they don't know nothing about a man and a woman yet. And they want to have sex changes. You let a child decide to have a sex change at 9, 10, 11 years old? Like, it's insane. It's just insane. And when I came up, my mom, like, I got a cousin. I got a cousin at church. You know, he's walking around the church. I didn't know it was my cousin. He walked around the church twisting and shit. I didn't know it was my cousin. I know he played the piano, but he had a girlfriend, was the baddest female in the church. And everybody was in love. Like, oh, she's just, oh my God, she could sing so good. And she just brings chills, you know, she's singing them church songs, you know. And I wonder, like, why she with him though? You know, it didn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, why she pick this, you know? So I go to the family reunion and see him there. I see him at the family reunion, like, oh shit. I ain't gonna say his name because, you know, but yeah, I go there, like, hold up, that's such and such. You know what I mean? So he saw me, he spoke to my dad and said something, and I went back and told my mama, guess who was at the family reunion? We go to church. He said, what happened? She what happened? You still there, Tanya?
She got disconnected. So we'll wait till she come back on, but you can keep telling your story though.
Yeah. So we go to church, he comes up, you know, twisting and, you know, talking with the extra S's and yes and all the everything is there's extra S's and shit. I don't know what that shit about. I guess the snakes. I don't know. I hate to say that. It's a joke. But he came up and talked about he want to get me in the choir. And so my mom kind of like playing it off, you know what I'm saying? But then when we got away, she like, ain't about to have you around no damn sissies. Hell no. You know, whoop. She gave me the game, like, cause we already hearing about little boys getting molested and shit. You had the Wayne Williams situation, the Atlanta child murders, and all you heard about was men raping little boys. You know, when I first heard about juvenile in jail, I heard about, my granddad used to make jokes about it. You know, my cousin go to jail and he'd be like, ain't nobody tapping with your booty hole, boy, and everybody laughing. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, you know, and then I'm hearing, I thought that, this is what I thought in the beginning. I thought that if you was a criminal, you was a real nigga. Like, that's what I thought, because I was on the dumb shit when I was young. Like, I thought they was all straight. I didn't know they was in there having sex. So when I found out niggas raping niggas, I said, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is this, you know? And they had a movie called, I don't know if you remember Penitentiary 1, 2, and 3. You remember back in the day? Remember Penitentiary?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, so the movie is about everybody in the penitentiary trying to rape this one man named Too Sweet. Why the hell they named him Too Sweet? You know, but I'm just saying, so I'm peeping game, and so it was a fear. I guess that's where the fear come from. Like, oh shit, nigga trying not to get raped. And you remember all the Boy Scouts that had got raped. I don't know if you heard about that, but thousands and thousands got raped. You know what I'm saying? So this was going on in the 80s, you know, in the early 90s. We hearing all this stuff. So we came up like, oh, hell no. And like I said, the rappers was already warning us about it. You know what I mean? So today, the kids are thinking it's cool to be like that. And they're just, if they get touched, they're going to go along with it. That's what I'm saying. It kind of destroys, you know what I'm saying, them seeing the correct way to live. That's how I look at it. You know, I know it might sound crazy to somebody, but, you know, but to us, we got to know about a man and woman first. And like I said, we knew about that. And we knew, my mom told me, if a man touch you, or I don't know why she didn't say nothing about a woman, an older woman, because that happened too. You know what I mean? But I was with that. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of weird. I know that's weird. But yeah, I know. That sounds crazy. That's that what they call it, double standard. Yeah, double standard. Cause I did have an older female. I was about 15. She was about 25. But I don't know. I know what you're thinking. That's wrong too. I know. But the thing that happened was, I had another cousin try me one night, and I woke the whole house up screaming because I knew better. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was like these little kids, I would have went along with it. But I woke the whole house up screaming. And I said, Ronnie trying to do it to me. Ronnie trying to do it to me. I was screaming. And I said his name. Anyway, yeah.
I think one of the things that I'm being told by the younger kids is, in school, it's so accepted. If you say anything about it, you will be ostracized. You will be abused, misused, talked about, because
if you go against it, you saying if you go against it?
Yeah,
are you saying if you go against it? I know. That's why this is the wrong side of things. That's why I say, I got to be different though. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, being scared not to say something. We got to say something about this. You know, if you love the children, people don't love the children no more. They don't love the children. I don't talk to a lot of women.
what's happening is it's not that necessarily they don't love them. People are working themselves to death. And so they don't even know what their children are doing. We've had so many clients that the parents are, some of the parents are home in offices and the kids are being raped or raping each other. The older kids are raping the younger kids and the kids are scared to say anything. I mean, I see this all the time. The older brother's doing something to the younger brother and the younger brother tells mom and the mom is terrified of the older brother. So she doesn't say anything. Or the younger brother's having sex with the younger sister and daring her to tell. So she's terrified to tell anything because mom's at work. Remember, me and you gonna be at home tomorrow together. See what I'm saying? So there's no open forum for these kids to have a conversation about what's going on with them without terror. And that's
but that's one side though. But what about the other side of them being born into a system where everybody's with it and all the parents are with it? See what I'm saying?
That's today's times, and not everybody's with it, but there's nothing. I mean, I'm with you doing what makes you happy. I don't want you to tell me I can't be with a man, so I'm not going to tell you can't be with a woman.
No, I get that. I'm just talking about the kids. I'm talking about the kids. I'm not talking about you grown, you do what you're gonna do. Yeah.
A lot of our kids are being raised in homosexual households, though. Remember that.
What do you feel about that? What do you feel about that?
Is I had two moms, right? And she says I had two moms. I'm a lesbian. Okay, that was something that you grew up in, you got comfortable with, and if that's what you want to do, that's okay. But how do these kids feel? A lot of these kids grow up.
Do you feel that's right? Do you feel that's right for? Do you feel it's right to be in a household where a little boy sees two men kissing and acting like that, and he see that's the only thing he knows?
My personal preference, let me be clear. My personal preference is a male and a female. When I have clients, I have to clarify the air with them. For instance, if you tell me, I ask you what you want to be called. If you tell me that you need masculine pronouns or feminine pronouns or whatever, I try to do that because I'm honoring you in counseling. This is your session. It's not my session. I don't get to bring my own.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. How do you feel about a child being born into a situation where, or not born, or just adopted by two men, and this is what he sees, and it makes his mind go that way because that's all he's seeing. A child is very impressionable. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I don't get to choose. Me personally, that's how I feel. I don't get to choose.
No, not you, but I mean, what you really think about it?
Let me finish. I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is this. As a child, we have to take whatever cards are dealt to us. We don't have a choice, right? So if we grow up, when she said she grew up in a household with two moms, of course, my curiosity says, what was that like for you, right? The child. Well, I saw them being good to each other. I saw this, that, and the other. Then it begs the question, what do you know about
your sound going out? Your sound going out.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you know about a man and a woman? If you grow up in a same-sex family, right? Then of course you're probably going to be skewed that way. However, there are people who grow up in same-sex families that say, I don't want any part of that. So at some point they may, yes, I've had clients that say that I don't want any part of that. So yes, young people, they have said that they feel like it's wrong because society says it's wrong. They feel like it's wrong. They didn't get to choose their household. And then they say, I'm going to be if it's a male, I'm going to be with a woman when I grow up, Dr. Brown. And so we don't get to choose how these children are born. Hopefully we get to show them the other side so they can make an informed decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm just glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that you are aware, man. I talk to so many people that they with the bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just glad. I'm glad. I understand everything you're saying, and you are in a good place. When it comes down to what I'm thinking about. But I have most women I talk to, they with the bullshit. I mean, I done had females tell me, let them kids. They want to have a sex change at 9/11. Don't worry about it. That's not your business.
Well, let me say this. As a therapist, we talk about stages of growth, right? Stages of maturity, stages of growth. By the time your child is 1, they're supposed to be able to roll over, do walk, do whatever. So there's, I think it's Eric Erickson, stages of growth. So we're talking about stages of growth. We expect you to be able to meet certain milestones at certain times in your life. 7 and 9 and 11, no, I don't believe anybody should have any kind of changes until they're at
I'm glad to
least
hear you say that,
19
man.
years old. When you're 19, and even then, because you haven't lived enough. I've met enough people who want to reverse a sex change. How about that?
And they
I met
killing
enough
themselves.
people
They
who
killing
want to
themselves.
reverse that because they did it too young. We say women mature 24, 23, somewhere in there. Men mature 27, 29, 30, or never, whatever. So at this point, when we're talking about maturity, emotional maturity, are you able to do that? Are you able to talk about a sex change? If I've had a 5-year-old tell me he was watching Pornhub with his siblings, and all he talked, gorgeous little boy, all he ever talked about was, Dr. Brown, how come he got that? How come she is a female look, but a masculine penis? Or he's confused, totally confused at 5 years old. Even when, I think I told you last week, when he was trying to explain to me what the older siblings had him doing. And these kids don't even have sex language yet, Shaheem. They don't know penis and vagina and all that. They don't even know that. So he does like this. Dr. Brown, they told me to do this.
Damn.
And then he said, this is 5 years old. Dr. Brown, what's that milk stuff that comes out? This is 5 years old. These kids they're not old enough to even understand what they're doing. They're not old enough to understand the ramifications.
You know what's so crazy? It's crazy you say that, because I remember when I first saw, when I was young, we had we call them nasty books.
Right.
A magazine. And I remember when I first saw one, I was like, I seen the dude busting the nut in the girl's face, and I'm looking like, I thought it was snot. I'm like, this is a nasty book. I just remember saying that, like, this is like, what the fuck? It didn't make sense to me, So yeah, you're right, though. A child don't be knowing nothing, man. But
and even with that, I remember at 14, I walked. I had a housekeeper, but the kids had to clean their own rooms. I was about that, right? And she had to make them cook twice a week because we wouldn't have no lazy boys that were useless. So at the end of the day, I reached up under my youngest son's mattress. I guess I was helping make up the bed or something that day. And I pulled out Playboy. And when my son came home, I was furious. I was like, what is this? What is this? Why you got this trash in my house? Blah, blah, blah. And he looked me in the face and he said, Mother. He said, would you rather me have that or the real thing? And I said, son, what else? What other type would you like? I'm just being real as a mother, right? It's a female. It could have been a male. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I got my comeuppance right then because I was like, at 14, that's true. Do I want these boys out here having sex? In today's times, they having sex at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so all we can do is be the voice.
They saying full blown porn straight out. Like I know they mind. They on a whole nother level.
Kids watch Pornhub. Pornhub, it's so popular.
Well, check this out. Me too. I'm sorry. I don't go there. But now check this out though. This is gonna be crazy though. This is gonna be crazy. No, not crazy, but I know you mentioned about the masculine and feminine. Now, it's a such thing as birth defects. We talked about the hermaphrodite situation, right? It's a such thing. We done seen babies born with their heads stuck together, all kind of situations. Half body. We done seen a lot, man. So we know it can be birth defects, and that's what that situation is. But when it comes down to the masculine, feminine, I know if you go to science, you see how a baby is formed. A lot of men don't like to talk about this, but like I said, I deal with reality. And before religion, when you was in Kemet, dealing with Kemet, how they dealt with the man and woman, the man and woman making life, which is a baby. It talked about the masculine and feminine, but it was talking about, okay, before a baby is born, it's gonna sound crazy because a lot of men don't like to hear this, but the baby has a clit and ovaries before it, transforms into a penis and testicles. So this right here is proving that the woman is closer to God. That's why in Kemet, they had the woman closer to God because she's the one who had the responsibility for the whole planet. The man can put life in her, but he don't have no say-so after that. So it just, religion like to put the man first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the woman second, like she the reason why sin is here and the devil and, all them stories, which is, we don't look past that because we went before and seen what it was. But a lot of men don't like to admit that part because it make them feel like, oh, I ain't no bitch and all that. You know what I'm saying? But we dealing with science. Yeah. It don't make you no less, but it just show you that the woman is closer to God and she has a bigger responsibility. So when you see the woman getting turned out, it's over. Once a woman get turned out, I know you see what's going on with social media. And like I always say, yeah, that's the ratchet versus righteous. Like the righteous side is I know about that. When I see the ratchet stuff, I do love them hoes. And I shouldn't be loving them hoes, but I do have that side of me because, you know what I mean? I know it sounds crazy to you, but this is how,
well,
you know what I mean?
It's something that you can own. Even the Bible says, know thyself. So if you know that's who you are, then you get to determine, is this something I want to change about myself? Is this something I keep about
myself? It is something, but I just like to admit it. I like to admit it because this is how we think behind, this is how most men think behind y'all backs. And I just kind of say it up front in my comedy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying bitches and hoes and all that, because men talk like that. Like, I know it's like with a lot of rappers, the rappers rap like, yeah, I'll be fucking all these hoes and bitches, but they don't get in the interview and talk like that. But see, in the interview, they talk totally different because they don't want to present their side, but they'll rap like that. Me, I'm talking like that to let you know this how men talk.
But it's totally unfortunate because now we got these women out here like little babies lost in the head. They think that they are those things. They identify as those things. They don't have any self-pride, self-respect, dignity. They feel like they have to do whatever to get a man and whatever to try to keep a man. The whole concept of how y'all portray females it's really disgusting, but the sad part is that the females buy into many of them, not all of them, of course, buy into that and see themselves that way. They have to be on their knees 24/7 to please a man. They have to do this, they have to do that, and that's unfortunate. I'm holding my phone, that's why it's moving. But that's unfortunate.
I get what you're saying. It's a method to my madness. That's all I'm saying. I just use it in the comedy. But you see what my true heart is. When I bring up certain things, you know what my heart is for real. Like I really want to go. You know what I mean? But this entertainment, that's how I pull people in and show them I can speak the language. To relate to a savage, you got to speak the language of one. You know what I'm saying? I can't come like an angel. Like I ain't. Now I admit I'll be transparent. I'll tell you that I used to snort cocaine. I used to pop beans. I used to rob. I did all that. I sold dope. I can admit to that. I'm not trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying?
But at what point, Shaheem, do you guys start upholding the feminine purity? Do y'all start seeing us? Because
I just told you how I see you though. I already know.
But I know what I'm saying. The message is different. You know what I mean? And so when women constantly hear that they have to be given a blowjob or they have to be doing something like that, then they believe that. And especially these little young silly girls out here, they feel like they have to be on, like I said, be on their knees 24/7 to get a man. And at what point they become the queens? Because the message is different. The dichotomy between left and right is so far away. It's like saying one thing and then I'm not even sure. I know. So I can say that about you. But when I look at all these other guys, not all, but a lot of these other guys out here, they treat the women like they say.
Mike.
I'm sorry, I keep putting my finger over the bottom. They treat the women like they say. And so the women buy into that mess that they have to be hoes and tricks and all that other stuff. So at what point do y'all begin to honor the females so that they don't? I mean, these young girls is growing up. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
I can do some good deeds, man, by going out, speaking to the youth, and showing like I said, ratchet versus righteous. I can show that. At the same time, I still gotta let them know about that ratchet side because that's how they relate. That's just, some people ain't gonna listen to you, until they know, okay, you just like us, but you do know about that. Because they'll be surprised on how I really think.
They relate how you live, right? I mean, I say I'm a Christian, but if I'm out here robbing people and screwing everybody on earth, and you're gonna look at me and say, because I believe you know them by their works, right? That's what my Bible says to me. And I'm not perfect by any means. I don't even try to be perfect because
it's impossible.
It's impossible. And I tell people that I'm not perfect by any means. However, I do try to walk my talk.
Right.
My father
I
was
got a
very,
mission.
very
I got a mission. I'm just saying it's unorthodox. It's not gonna be like everybody. Everybody gonna
yeah,
do it different. You
yeah.
know, everything is built in total different ways, and I just got a different mission. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, like you want to be identifiable to them,
Mm-hmm.
like that's Shaheem, but this is who he really is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when I look at us as females, I praise God for my father. It's my father's existence that speaks to how I still live, and I pray that these fathers is putting this stuff in these girls. My husband was my first. I wasn't out here doing anything because my father had me so terrified. I
Right.
bet not. He was in the street, by the way. He was in the street, so he knew everybody in the street. So all I ever got was, I bet not hear you. I bet not hear your name out here in these streets. I bet not hear you doing this, that, and the other. I bet not see you with so and so. So my dad was
Right.
so strict. I was terrified. I didn't know what
Yeah.
to do. You know,
That's great. It's
I
great
knew
to have a
what I
father
bet
like
not
that.
to do. So I
It's,
pray
yeah.
that fathers are talking to their girls that way. Like, don't be out here being a hoe in these streets. Ain't nobody trying to see that. I want better for you. I want you to go out here and
Yeah.
have something. You know, a lot of women are choosing to just be single today. I'd rather just be single than be out here in a situationship
Yeah.
where you telling me I can't have nobody, but you got everybody in town. You know, you're gonna be in a situationship and not be respected. You know, a lot of women, I praise God today, are just opting to be single.
Well, I tell you what, man, we got to get you to come back, man. This has been a great conversation, man. You know, we connect, you know, good on
We
both
do,
sides,
we
man.
do.
So
I
yeah,
love you,
man.
Shani. And
Yeah,
let me
I
say
love you
this.
too. You know, we always been A1. So
And let me say this too to you. Last week when I said, you know, the story you like to hear about, and you said, no, I don't like to hear about it. It brings
yeah,
tears to my eyes. And that went so deep in me, Shaheen. That went so deep because, you know, when people tell you a lie, or people tell you made that up, or people tell you know what I'm saying, and then for you to say, no, that brings tears to my eyes, right?
Mhm.
That was so deep. That meant so much to me.
Yeah.
And it felt heard, like, okay, well, somebody hears your story and you're not the fault.
Yeah, of course,
You know.
man.
So that was beautiful, and I wanted to make sure I stepped in and let you know that too.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man, and we're gonna bring you back, man. Like I said, we got a lot more to talk about. A lot of, you know, like I said, it's all about solutions, and that's what we do on here. Like I said, I know how to reel them in, but you know, they gonna get it at the end. They're like, okay, damn, I didn't expect that.
I
So
love
you
it.
know, like I said, it's a method to the madness. Believe me, I
And
talk
if I
crazy,
have mine
but
set up by next week, I'm gonna have you come on mine too, because I
okay,
got
that
my
sounds
YouTube
great.
channel set up. I just got to get it situated now.
Okay,
And go back
yeah,
and watch
let me
my
know.
movie. I dropped it on Facebook. Go and watch my movie I did. It's my first. The visuals aren't really good. I'll work on that the next time somebody else filmed it for me.
Yeah,
But I'll work on that the next time. But yeah, I'm gonna have you
yeah, we
on
gonna.
there because the true side of things.
Yeah,
The true
yeah,
side.
it's the raw side of things. Yeah,
Raw.
it's the truth. The truth is
It's
true. It's true.
raw
When it's
and
raw,
true.
yeah, when it's raw, it's true. And the truth hurt. The truth is ugly. It's like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
let me be clear, I don't have anything against anybody, man. Whatever they want to be, I don't. And in the session, what you tell me is strictly me and you. I don't. That's your business, and
yeah,
it's kept right there. I'm not gonna down anybody for who they are. My job is to uplift you and give you what you need to be the best person that you can be, whoever you choose to be. And that's who I am, and that's what I'm about. You know, I believe that everybody should do whatever as long as it doesn't impede or impinge upon somebody else's space.
Well, please give us a drop. You know, let everybody know to please subscribe to the Raw Side of Things on YouTube, and you know, tell me who you are first, and subscribe to the Raw Side of Things.
So I am Bishop Dr. Tanya Sumner Brown. Trade name is Queen of Hearts, the counseling guru. I've been doing this 33 years. I have over 13 actual certifications. I have 8 degrees. I have a whole lot of stuff going on. But at the end of the day, I love people. I love helping, and that's what I'm about. And you can reach me at A Love Counseling Center, A Love Counseling Center. You can reach me at, I just got that tree. What is it, Shaheen? Something tree, tr.ee. And it's the counseling.
Oh, link tree.
Link tree. And it's Queen of Hearts Guru. Queen of Hearts Guru.
Yeah, let them know to subscribe
And
to
the
the Raw
number,
Side of Things and In the Mix Network.
and my number, the office number is 443160226. Hit up the Raw Side of Things with my buddy Shaheem. He's rough and raw, but he gonna bring it to you. He's rough and raw, but he is gonna bring it to you. And I like that about him. He's the
Yeah.
sweetest thing on earth. So y'all need to go check him out. Get
Not
used
sweet
to his
like that, but
character.
goddamn it, I'm just messing with you. But yeah,
Get
till
used to
next
his
time,
character.
man. Yeah, till next time, man. The Raw Side of Things, you know how we do it. Comedian serve bam to the bow, bam. And we'll be back next week, Monday at 1. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.